What's up guys, TG here, back with another video, this time discussing Ozark Season 2 and broad Season 3 predictions if it gets renewed, which I believe it will. The Season 2 discussion is really just going to be my opinions about certain characters and situations. I know I'll have a few unpopular opinions, so let me know what you think in the comments section below. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy the video, and now let's get into the discussion. I personally loved Season 2 with the aftermath of Dell's death. I feel a real-life cartel might not have gone so easy on everyone involved in the murder and cover-up of one of their top guys, but then again, it is a show and they can't just have everyone killed. The cartel did end up with a good deal out of it, and the person they believed killed Dell was murdered by Jacob. So after they got that situation settled, the majority of the season was settled around opening the casino and evading the feds. For now, both had been accomplished to a certain extent, but problems are still certain to arise in Season 3, which I will predict toward the end of this video. But first I want to talk about my favorite and least favorite characters of this season in my opinion. So my MVP of this season has to go to Wendy Bird. I didn't like her too much in Season 1, but she stepped up big time in Season 2. She's been the biggest reason why Marty was able to open the casino, and she just straight up got what needed to be done. An invite to the lake house, tricking Charles into helping her, bribes, and extortion. The only thing she didn't want to do was give a baby to Darlene, which is kind of understandable, but she found a way around that when she gave Darlene the fake foster papers as Bodhi burnt down the field. Wendy also donated a lot of cartel money to Charles to force him to continue doing business with her against his will. So Wendy did a lot to help Marty, which is why she's my Season 2 MVP. An honorable mention would be Marty, my all-around favorite character. He's obviously the main guy of the laundering, so you'd expect him to be on or toward the top of the list. Marty got some stuff done through extortion and threats as well, and he also went further than Wendy could by killing Mason and giving Zeke to Darlene. He wasn't proud of either of these choices, but he knew they had to be done, and for that he'll get my number 2 spot for this season. Now on to my least 2 favorite characters of this season, with the first being Ruth's dad. He was such a terrible person. He immediately violated his parole, he hit Ruth a few times, he attacked Charlotte as well, and made it obvious he didn't care about his daughter but just wanted to use her to get to Marty's money. My honorable mention for worst character is Darlene, the worst of the 2 Snells in my opinion. Jacob wasn't that good either, but at least he knew when to stand down this season. Darlene had too much pride and it constantly screwed things up with the birds and the cartel, so she is my second least favorite character this season. Now the next character I'm going to quickly bring up is Charlotte, who I hated this season as most probably did. She obviously didn't have effect on the main story, but as a small side story, she is just so annoying. First, she stole, I think it was $10,000 from her parents, which could have gotten them in huge trouble. She constantly crapped on her parents, and even saying that she didn't care if they died. She wants to be emancipated, and who knows if that's going to happen. But if she does, I mean, she's screwed, because there's not a chance she's going to make enough money to live for herself. When she came back to the house after getting attacked by Ruth's dad, I was laughing. Not her getting attacked by Ruth's dad, but when she came home and gave Wendy a hug and then was like, I haven't changed my mind, but can I go sleep in my own bed? I mean, Wendy let her go, but I would have been like, get the hell out of my house. Hopefully, she just gets emancipated next season and runs away, never to be seen again. Honestly, I wouldn't care. Okay, next I'm going to talk about the important deaths in this season, starting off with Bodhi. He wasn't really an important character to the main story, but he was close with everyone in the Bird family, and he was a good minor character, and he also went out on a huge high note, burning down the Snell's field before it could be raided by the police. Next is Agent Petty, who was decent at his job, but he was a huge piece of garbage. He gave drugs to Rachel and made Ruth look like a rat, causing her to get tortured. The FBI will still pursue Marty obviously, but their lead man is gone. Next up is Jacob Snell. The whole walk through the trail with Darlene was really intense because we all knew that one wasn't going to come back alive, and I thought Jacob was going to make a move and then the poison got to him. He was the only person that had any slight calming effect on Darlene, and now with him gone, she's fully in charge. She's much more prideful and ignorant, which can cause many problems going into Season 3. Last is Ruth's dad, who was killed by the cartel after Wendy told the cartel about him. You may think he's a minor character death, but you'll see why I think it can be major as I go on to the Season 3 predictions. So going into Season 3, it looks like the cartel won't be as much of a problem to Marty. The casino's on the path of being opened, and they solved everything with Dell, and the cartel left the Ozarks. But that doesn't mean they'll be completely safe, because now Marty has a problem with the Kansas City mob, who he made a deal with so he could open the casino, but he then broke the deal, and at the end of Season 2, we saw the mob blow up Marty's office. They will be a big problem, and probably the main one going into Season 3. Now going back to Ruth's dad, and why I think his death can be a big problem. Like I already mentioned, he was a terrible father, but Ruth still deeply cared about him and was upset when he died. If she finds out the birds had something to do with it, she will probably seek revenge. And these are my two main predictions for what Marty will be facing in Season 3. So that is it for this video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to comment your thoughts about Season 2 and your Season 3 thoughts below.